Team 8, and this is our video demonstration for our device called FallPrevent. For older adults, those age 65 and up, falls are a serious problem. They are the leading cause of death. They cause 3 million emergency room visits and 800,000 hospitalizations for older adults a year. Because of cognitive or physical decline, many older adults opt to live in nursing homes. The U.S. has 1.6 million nursing home residents, of which 1.5 annually fall and 1/3 experience more than one fall yearly. This could be attributed to low nurse-to-resident ratios since they cannot continually monitor every resident. In many states, such as California, staffing ratios are undefined. It was found that most nurses can provide 3.5 hours of care per day for each resident. During these periods of no supervision, cognitively or physically impaired residents are expected to be sitting or lying down. However, residents who are stubbornly independent or forgetful may try to get up on their own without calling for assistance, leading to potential falls. Additionally, current solutions that detect stand attempts have their alarm localized to the device. The noise pollution often startles, irritates, or enrages residents nearby and can make distinguishing multiple alarms a difficult task for nurses. Our solution is a wearable device that can detect when a nursing home resident attempts to stand on their own, called the FallPrevent. The users of the device will be nursing home caregivers, which include registered nurses, certified nursing assistants, and licensed practical nurses, as they will be the ones attaching the FallPrevent, paying attention to alerts, and resolving them. Now we will demonstrate how the FallPrevent device works. To get the device ready for use, the nurse opens the Velcro pouch on the FallPrevent and connects the battery found in the internal casing in order to power on the device. When the device is not in use, the battery can be disconnected. Next, the nurse will enter the resident information into the computer at the central terminal. Typically, a nursing station looks like this, but for the purposes of the demonstration, it will just be a nurse and the laptop. Information entered includes name and resident room number. Then, the device is added into the network. Both the indicator on the computer and the light in the back of the FallPrevent are blue, which indicates the device is paused. Now the nurse puts the FallPrevent around the resident's torso. The elastic bands on the device allow it to fit a range of torso sizes. Then the nurse helps the resident into their seat. They can open the pouch in the back and turn on the device. The green light on the device and on the computer indicates that the device is monitoring stand attempts. At this time, the nurse can perform other tasks. Typically, to get up, the resident will brace themselves with their arms and bend forward before pushing themselves up. When the resident attempts this, FallPrevent will detect it and an audible beep will be heard at the central terminal, notifying the nurses that a resident at a high fall risk has attempted to stand. The beep is at the computer at the nursing station so as not to startle the resident. The indicator on the computer and the device will also show red, indicating a stand-up attempt. After the nurse is notified, they will attend to the resident. The nurse has the option of returning the device to the pause state from the alert state. It can also be done on the computer, which we will demonstrate next. Then the nurse helps the resident back into their seat. If need be, they can unpause the device and resume monitoring from the button in the back of the device. The device can also be used to monitor residents who are lying down and attempt to stand up. Similar to before, the nurse enters the resident information into the computer program and begins monitoring. Here, the nurse begins monitoring from the computer. When the resident tries to get up, they typically will roll to their sides and push themselves up with their arm. When this occurs, the central terminal is alerted of the attempt to stand up. The nurse helps the resident back into their bed. They can pause or resume monitoring from the computer at the nursing station. Some aspects of the device we are proud of include the FallPrevent's ability to allow different waist sizes to wear the device. We are also proud of our interface's ability to handle multiple FallPrevent devices, which we will demonstrate. Here we recreate this feature using the FallPrevent prototype and a secondary laptop to manually send commands to the interface. First, we add resident information for 2 people and start monitoring them. We tilt the device to stimulate a stand attempt to set off the beep and at the central terminal. We then send the manual command to set off a stand attempt at the second device, setting off another beep at the central terminal. Both the actual FallPrevent and the simulated device are returned to monitoring. Finally, we can remove devices for residents that no longer need to be monitored.